I'm probably going to be terrible at this, but...
One of the founding members of the Grateful Dead performed tonight at Skull and Roses. The festival features interpretations of Grateful Dead music, plus a shakedown street of merchandise.
I'm Mike, welcome to Guest of the Year. I'm at Skull and Roses Festival in Ventura, California. We're gonna have people guess some years.
Oh man, it's over? It's definitely 80s.
That wasn't 80s, that was somewhere in the early 90s. I would say 91, 92.
Maybe like 86. The late 80s is more of like a thin sounding guitar. I mean, I definitely hear the Brent keys, maybe. Could be totally wrong again.
I'll say 92.
This is the Meadowlands Fall Tour '89.
All right. Thank you.
That was 89, what show?
Meadowlands.
Really?
Okay. So I'll take that.
They busted out Dark Star that fall tour in '89, and so that show, the Meadowlands, was the second time they played Dark Star, and they opened the second set with it.
Yeah, second time since
5 years, since '84.
83.
84.
Oh yeah, 84. That's right.
You were at that
I was
show.
at that show. I think you were. Yes, I was.
It was the MIDI,
Prominent that
the
year.
MIDI sounds they were getting
was
into that
prominent.
year.
And then Jerry starts getting into like the MIDI and like distortion tones. It's like a thin, I don't know, it's almost like, as opposed to like how the beefiness of like a Strat, it seems like, it's like his fingers are heavier, but it's still like, the tone is lighter. I don't know if it's playing up on the neck more.
I could tell just by the tuning what show that was.
Wow, my dates are off.
That one was really easy.
Yeah, that was easy.
He was 27 when he died. He had such a deep
Tell
blues
your
voice.
mother, yo, papa.
This is a good recording for such an old show.
Come on now, pretty baby. I just can't help myself. You're so young and pretty. I don't need nobody else.
Oh gosh. I'm gonna say 68 right off the bat.
I want to say 67, but they weren't that good at 67.
Could be 69, 70, or 71 or something. My
Jerry's
guess would
too raw for
be 69.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 69.
The, what do you call that? I don't know, the shaky thing? Tambourine. That's a Pigpen thing for sure.
And it's a Pigpen song. He'd be out front.
Yeah, I would go 69 before 70.
I'm going to say 70. They weren't that good of musicians at 65 and 66 and 67. They got cleaner and tighter, and that sounded really tight.
Seems a little bit gritty, like the do 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 do.
69.
69.
December 69.
Is the 70s your official guess?
I think so, yeah.
It was 68.
Okay, cool.
Kings Beach, 68.
Oh, so close.
It's just like fun, it's gritty. I like all the blues standards. I like blues guitar a lot, so. I also like the Jerry vocals that are like young and fresh, where he's like not sure of his voice.
Do you play guitar?
I do not. I'm a bass player. He's the guitarist.
Right on. Were you guys in a band?
No, just we live together, so we just like jam. People, whoever comes in and out.
Their show was in 85, but I started listening to them in 82. And I would go to the Dead shows at Madison Square Garden to buy acid so I can bring it back to high school and sell it.
I don't know if I should be saying this on a podcast, but started smoking weed. I think my parents found my weed, and then I listened to like Morning Dew. Like I was like so upset, like what the fuck, like life is over. But I mean, then it was all gravy from there.
First show was in '82 at the Spectrum, and my first West Coast show was here at Ventura in '83.
I got out of high school in '85, and I remember at the Meadowlands, '86 or '87, I met a bunch of hippies from Oregon, and I was like, "Is this all you guys do?" And they were like, "Yeah." And I said, "I want to come to Oregon with you." And they were like, $300 gas money from 1985 to 1995. For the most part, in my van, traveling around the country with the Dead.
My first show was April '89, Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Just a babe.
I was a little latecomer, but we had 6 good years.
I came to the Dead late myself.
Yeah.
It was like late April 1967.
Right on. Right on, brother.
With
I want to talk
Dead,
to you.
Grateful Dead and the Doors.
Got us on that one, buddy.
In Santa
You
Barbara.
got us on that one. Yeah, that's sweet, man. All right. Okay. All right, man. Stop back by. Want to hear
Thanks,
some
bud.
stories, man? Yeah, thank you, bro.
So,
The second night of Ann Arbor was unique because it was the only time where they jammed into Built to Last. They did playing. That's pretty cool. Playing into Built to Last.
We got one more for you.
I might as well try it. You know, I haven't gotten one yet.
Oh man.
80. I'd guess 80. 1980.
Why 1980?
Jerry's voice, his particular tone. It sounds early Brent. So I would,
I'd have to listen to it again.
it could be between 80 or 82.
I'm gonna say 76. That was a young Jerry voice there, or at least I could be wrong. I've gotten all the rest of them wrong. So you're gonna tell me it was 95 a week before he died. Now you know.
Early 80s.
I'd have to listen a little
That's
more.
my educated take on it.
Yeah. I'd have to listen a little bit more. I could see how it'd be 80, but I'm not that good with 85 to 88, and I just feel like there is a sound that, like it was an outdoor, feels like an outdoor show. Sounded like to me, or a pavilion.
It was fast, which makes me think it's like coke-fueled 80s.
You know, because Jerry's voice sounded a little older.
But Jerry's voice does not seem as ragged, which makes me think like 79.
I mean, it was only a couple seconds, but I sound a little bit older than 80.
I had a dog, and I lost my dog on tour. And a friend of mine's like, my dog's name was Darkstar. I'm like, have you seen Darkstar? Like, I haven't seen her in like a couple shows. Like, last time I saw her was like Indiana, you know? And he's like, I was playing Frisbee with her this morning, and I thought you guys were camping. And I'm like, no. I'm like, I don't know what happened to her. So I'm walking around and I'm asking different friends of mine. I'm like, have you seen my dog? And finally someone's like, oh yeah, she's at so-and-so's camp. And I get there and my friends are like, what's up? And she comes running up to me and I'm like, where the fuck have you been? And she's licking me and stuff.
Could be 82. You know, because Jerry's
think it was
voice
before,
wavered, you know,
but
like
but I
as he
didn't hear
got
the
more
tight-
doped up, his voice suffered a little bit.
79 or 81.
I would go in the show and not even worry about her. I didn't, like, literally. And then at the end of the night, she'd be by my van, or I'd see her at somebody's van, and I would just get her and throw her back in the van, and we'd go back on the road.
I might take a risk and just go with like 85. No, you don't think so?
Yeah.
80.
I would go with him and say 80 because he's probably more correct than me. But I think it's. Yeah, man.
September 3rd, 1980.
All right. Woo! Yeah, you're the man.
Oh, okay, I was close.
That was 80. So it was a young Jerry. Yeah. I'm close, you know. Yeah. I don't think they would have been able to guess. They would have been like, is that what I sounded like? Holy shit, you know.